Wellness Crew. It's Jenna L. Tripp, and I just wanted to show you. This is the effect that I have from my autoimmune issue. So, I have been dealing with this for several years, but it wasn't until this past year that I would start to get all this inflammation. So, that you see where I put my blush, what ended up happening is it highlighted um, kind of all of the inflammation I have underneath my eyes and around my eyes and the fluid that I have in my forehead. Yesterday, it was on my left side, and this eye was swollen shut completely. So I didn't feel comfortable getting on camera. I felt, pretty bad. And everyone that saw me and that I sent photos to, because I was like, I've never had it this badly, they were like, you probably need to take like a day off. And it was the hardest day because I love creating content and I love sharing my truth. Now, what I could have done is gotten super negative. And what I could have done is felt, ugly and unattractive. And I mean, there's a lot of things that I could have done. But because of my inner work, I just chose to accept, hey, this is part of an illness that I deal with. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And I didn't know if there was anybody else that deals with health issues like this that affect them physically in their face sometimes or whatever, right? And I just wanted to show that, like, it's okay to show your vulnerabilities. It's okay to show when you don't look perfect. I still made the effort to put my makeup on, do my hair, put my jewelry on, get a, you know, nice dress on that makes me feel good. The work doesn't stop even when you have a struggle. Yesterday, yes, because this eye was like closed shut. Um, and that was the other thing too, is I was kind of concerned. I was like, oh my gosh, what if we, go in and they like assume something bad, like, because it looked like a black, I mean, not a black eye, but practically it was like swollen shut. And I'm just grateful that that was not the thought in any medical professional's head. I didn't finish seeking treatment, but like whatever, that's fine. So, been trying to stay hydrated and um, take Benadryl and stuff. I really need to try ibuprofen, probably, honestly, just to kind of help with like the swelling and everything. But I had had a live stream planned yesterday and I had to cancel it because of this. And then I had one today and I woke up and I had the right side of my face, kind of messed up. So I was like, I'm going to cancel it. And I was like, nope, I'm going to put it at 10 a.m. today and we're going to talk about it. We're going to, just at least have it be like part of the live stream and part of the conversation. A lot of times we don't, well, I don't, at least at the point that I'm at now with like my progress and my, not just my inner work, but just like all the work that I've been doing. You know, I'm just keeping it positive because there's no point in the negativity. All it's going to do is drain my energy. So when you have things that you're going through, exact same thing. It's just going to drain your energy to focus on the negative. It's not going to make you feel any better. It's only going to make you feel worse. Taking actionable steps towards achieving your goals when you can, like when you're kind of healed up enough to be able to do it, is so brave and so great and something I wish for everyone. Um, I do have a pretty significant amount of pain on my face, especially where I'm still swollen. And out of my right eye, it's a little bit hard to see and it gets watered up. So I just see those as obstacles, as things to learn from. Like, okay, this is going to happen in the future because it's happened quite a few times. So, how would I handle this on camera? I just made it a challenge that I could overcome, and a challenge that I would make sure um, to like take on like with pride and to keep the smile on my face and to be proud of having my divine feminine energy. Because if I didn't, I don't think I would have the bravery or the strength to be able to like reveal this to you, even though it's not as bad as it was yesterday. My left eye, I actually put it on my personal Instagram, which is private. So, but, and everyone was just like, what? You know? I mean, same exact thing. Um, and a lot of times there's people that have autoimmune diseases, and it's not like often talked about too much because, yeah, there's like research and stuff going in there, but the amount of money that's put into the research isn't as much as you would believe. And for some autoimmune issues, there is no cure. Now, again, I could allow that to defeat me. I could allow that to upset me. But when you have something that you're dealing with, or when, like, with anything, acceptance is key. Acceptance and just staying positive about it, making jokes. I kept calling myself Harvey Two Face, you know, yesterday and stuff, and not in a mean way or anything like that, but just like because I'm a huge Christopher Nolan Batman. Like I loved all of those films. I love Christopher Nolan, but and there's just something about embracing even your flaws that will help also keep you in that like authentic space. And I just want to be my authentic self. I still honestly kind of wanted to go and make content yesterday and be like, whatever, it's fine if it looks bad. They're just like, no, 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 you don't understand. Like, it looks really bad. Um, so even today, like, I've been able to, it kind of is hidden a little bit just because of the makeup and stuff like that. But, going to the doctor and then having to have your labs, all this stuff checked, and trying to follow up and kind of see like, okay, like what's all going on with everything. I highly suggest when you can set up your physical, set up your next primary care appointment, and if they have to make referrals for you, ask for every single one. Everyone, right? Get in that dark feminine energy, that confident part that can ask for whatever, you want, and literally make sure that you get all the referrals to doctors that you need, because that's exactly what I did. And this was, let's see, not yesterday, but the day before. I wanted to make sure that I had everything covered because for me, in order for me to see like a specialist or anything, I have to have my primary care doctor refer them. So, they were talking about also like neurology because I deal with migraines and stuff that are pretty debilitating or can be. And they mentioned Botox, and I was like, what? I'm in. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. That actually did happen. But I was like, oh, Botox for migraines is, and I was thinking I didn't ask, but I was thinking in my head, I was like, does that also mean it's gonna help with my wrinkles? Like, thanks, neurology, you know? Um, but just because, when you've been on medication for a migraine and it turned out to be a super negative medication, I mean, it would cause like cognitive impairment. And I'm not even joking. um, so I got off of that and I haven't really had too many bad migraines. Knock on wood. Ouch. I just said that. It hurt. Oh, I just think this whole thing is kind of funny, just to be so inflamed and then you can't even